It was one and a half Latinos here. I'm Matthias. This is Nick.
Hello.
Today we're going to be discussing the golden rule in philosophy.
All right, Matthias, why don't you tell us about what you think of the golden rule in philosophy?
Okay, so of course in class right now we are discussing the golden rule, which is basically like do unto others what you would want to do to yourself or whatever. Like it's about fairness and that. So it's like it works very well in an ideal world, you know?
Yeah.
Do you got any thoughts?
I think because people are greedy, it's not going to work out how it's intended to. So even if somebody does embrace the golden rule, it other people around them won't do it, so it probably will end up being meaningless.
But if let's say, right, people are actually, doing it, right? They're properly like doing the things and embracing the golden rule. It's gonna be more
civilized society.
Civilized, yeah.
Yeah, but like that's not gonna happen.
And why do you say that?
Why? Because people need things. People want things. People have interests of their own.
But wouldn't they gain more? Wouldn't you say people as a whole would gain more if they work together rather than separate?
Yeah, but like not everyone's that smart. No one's gonna think ahead that much. I mean, there are very few times where like humanity united in a cause.
Yeah, I am also just gonna say these aren't my beliefs right now. I'm just going devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I'm arguing for the golden rule. And moving on from that very swiftly. I mean, we're still going to stay on the golden rule. We're just going to move on to another scenario. Immanuel Kant says that when you lie to someone, deceive someone, you're taking away their freedom of, making a decision. It's like, it's unfair and that.
You're taking away all their ability to make a decision.
To reason.
Because you're not giving them all the information.
Yeah, you take away their ability to reason, right? And during one of his lectures, someone asked him, imagine an axe murderer showed up at your house late at night and this guy's an axe murderer 100%, right? He's like, yo, your family inside? And your family's inside. You know your family's inside. You gonna lie to this guy to keep your family safe or not? Because this guy will 100% kill your family if you tell him that they're inside. But if you don't, he's probably just going to kill you. So what would you do? Immanuel Kant said that he'd tell the guy so the guy can make his own, decision.
Rational decision.
Your thoughts?
I think this is the ideal time to, not tell him. This is just don't tell him because your family's inside, right? You're taking away your family's future of making rational decisions, making decisions in and of themselves because you're sending an axe murderer up to kill them. I mean, kind of taken away from your family. I feel like it's more important to, take away from the axe murderer's, ability to think rather than...
Even if you assume Immanuel Kant's reasoning is 100% correct, it's still flawed.
Yes.
In this scenario, the axe murderer can't reason. He can't reason. If you're an axe murderer, you're like actually psychotic. You cannot reason.
It's highly likely you have a psychological deficiency in some way.
So you most likely, if not definitely, cannot reason.
With an axe murderer.
So the axe murderer has no ability to reason. Telling the axe murderer that your family's not inside isn't taking away this axe murderer's ability to reason. Because this axe murderer couldn't reason in the first place. Because that man's already out there killing people. Like, he can't reason.
Yeah. I also feel like, why would you open the door? I just feel like, it's not like it's not a very logical scenario. I feel like this scenario isn't too applicable to real life.
No.
Like, especially like nowadays, like if an axe murderer goes up to somebody's house, knocks on the door and asks if the family's home, it's probably, not going to end very well. I mean, there's police, there's, There's people own guns, people have dogs. I mean, it's gonna end very poorly either way.
And this is back in the day, when they didn't have guns.
They had guns.
Nah, they didn't have the First Amendment back then.
You're right. This is Germany.
Yeah, they didn't have the First Amendment.
All right, so the guy would probably take out his sword.
Yeah.
And then we'd see what would happen.
Do you own a sword?
I own a sword. Yeah.
Everyone should own a sword.
Do you own a sword?
I don't own a sword. Oh. Actually, no, I do. I have a machete.
Oh, you wanna?
I have a machete. No, I'm not gonna bring out a machete.
Okay.
And my dad has katanas too.
You wanna move to the next topic?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah. You can continue.
Okay. Let's think about this. I feel like it's also important. Does the golden rule apply to like people in the military? I mean, I feel like they're doing unto others as they would have do unto themselves. I feel like that's like probably the purest form of the golden rule.
What do you mean?
Like they're going out to war and they're shooting people, but they know they're probably gonna get shot.
Would they like to be shot at?
No, but like.
So you think those people they're shooting at like to be shot at?
They're at peace with the fact that they're probably gonna get shot.
Elaborate.
So like, if you join the army and you're like sent to the battlefield and you have your gun and you're probably gonna use it and you're off fighting the enemy and the enemy is fighting you, like the golden rule is basically do unto others as you would do unto yourself. They're doing unto others. They're killing others.
Yeah.
And they probably realize I'm gonna die and they're okay with that. Because they're doing what they have to do. Most
of them aren't though. Like as Mike Tyson says, everyone's got a plan until they get hit in the face.
That's true, but like they don't want to get shot, but like they think it's probably gonna happen, right? They're not like oblivious to the fact that I won't get shot in this line of work.
No, of course they don't think they're not gonna. That's impossible for them to get shot. But I also think that I don't know, just going out killing people ain't like all that,
That's true. I know. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying like in that kind of situation.
Now here's the thing, right? Well, what's them? What? There's people, right? That I think they're called sadists or whatever.
Sadists.
Yeah, that like harm being done to them. So those people, right? Like this thing. No. It's a really thing about it, right?
Those people embrace the golden rule the most.
Yeah, could they hurt you just because they want to be hurt themselves?
Next topic of conversation. I don't know. What do you want to talk about, Tay Matias?
We could discuss the way that the golden rule is applicable to government.
Oh, okay. You lead here.
All right. In government, of course, the idea is all about fairness, right? Should we talk about the internals of the government or the way the government works on everyone else?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we could mention the fact that
you choose
the way the government affects others, because that's more down to earth.
Okay. So, all right. So. The government should be made to protect others, to create an equal opportunity for all. Yes. That is the ideal government.
Right.
For all to have the best life.
Do you think any government has achieved this?
Of course not. That's next to impossible in current day.
So how would you use the golden rule in government to achieve this?
Okay. Now, this is bad. Okay. This may be a bit like Machiavelli, right?
Oh boy, Machiavelli.
But hear me out.
I'm ready.
So first of all, we have to purge a couple generations. I just
like to say I don't know where he's going with this.
We haven't been over this yet. Anyways, right?
We don't share the same opinion.
No, this is something that I somewhat support, right? Now, hear me out. We purged a couple of generations.
That is breaking the golden rule. Would you like a couple of your generations purged?
If it leads to a utopia, then yes.
So the ends justify the means for you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's hear.
Well, it depends, actually. Whatever he sees for me. But anyways, right? Hear me out. So we purged a couple generations, right?
Yes.
So this will be a cross generations this plan, right?
Multi-generational.
until people don't remember how things were before. Right?
Have you ever read the book 1984 by George Orwell?
I might have. But I've read a lot of books, so I probably don't remember it.
All right.
I think I definitely heard the name.
I feel like we had a similar discussion last night.
I think we might have.
Yeah, okay. We talk about stuff a lot.
Yeah,
so.
all right. So anyways, right? Oh, that's like a double dimple. Okay, anyways. All right, so, yeah, hear me out here. We purged a couple generations, so they don't remember how it was before. So these men, right? They don't really remember how it was when all that feminism and that racism was about, right?
Okay.
Well, not feminism.
You mean sexism.
Sexism and racism was about. That sexism and racism was about, right? Like, so these guys don't really have a concept of that, right? So we're starting off from square one, right? And then I would create a program, right? A robotic program, or have people create it, because I'm not smart enough to create it. I'd have other people create it for me. That would create an ideal government for all people, to give all an equal opportunity to rise in society and have their voice be heard, to make a level playing field. How this would be done, I haven't the slightest idea.
So you're talking about like internal bias, right?
Yeah.
Like slight internal bias.
I feel like we're gonna reset everything, just like reset the world, just straight up.
It's hard reset. Okay.
Yeah, just hard reset the world, because I think this way that we're doing it right now, it's like all slow and soft. You're never gonna get there. By the time we get there, we'd have killed each other.
I feel like your plan is like pretty good, except you need a reason to stay, united as a group. It's like as your group grows, right? Like people will start getting greedy, and later the golden rule, like
no, this is an ideal world,
obviously, but like if you want to create this ideal world, you'll need like.
But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. People will get greedy. The people
you'll need a common enemy.
The people in charge of the what's it called? Of the government will probably get greedy, but you're saying common enemy. I'm saying common goal, something that's almost unachievable. So what if we set a goal of conquering the galaxy?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the end goal, right? Like conquering or
right. So we have we start off right, like, ayo, why don't we take over? This like this solar system and that, I mean, wait, build like that thing that like absorbs energy from the sun around the sun.
It's called a Dyson sphere.
The Dyson sphere, that's what it's called, right? We got the Dyson sphere, right? We got it like all around the sun and all that, right? We just advance ourselves in science, but like we don't really worry all that much about like warfare. But like our advancements in science will lead to the ability to be able to make, weapons. And okay, this is, I don't know if I should say this.
Yes.
But I know, like,
what kind of like government are you thinking about being run? Are we thinking about like a republic, except only humans are allowed in the republic, or are we talking about a republic where all the planets have a say, whether they're human or not?
Everyone's got a say.
Or are we talking about like an oligarchy where like a specific group of humans lead, or like?
I think it should be an oligarchy with like a specific group of with species,
Species. So each species sends a representative.
Yeah,
But what if some species don't agree? Like what if like a species?
Trial by combat. No, I'm kidding. No. That'd be really unfair.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about on this subject?
Let's see. What else can we touch upon when it comes to
Yeah, I feel like if we're talking about like space and like ideal society, I feel like maybe there are. I mean, we see like the golden rule in animals, like monkeys.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like we can also see something like that with dolphins. I mean, they work together really well.
They work together well, but
like amongst other dolphins,
Yeah.
So I feel like if we were to expand to like an intergalactic species, we would probably run into like.
Hear me out.
Simpler, more basic like life forms.
Wait, listen to me real quick.
Okay.
A lot of these animals that are smarter are the ones that are more sociable.
Yeah, social animals.
And these social animals, need fairness because that's how they work. Together in groups, these animals are strong. But when they're by themselves, they're weak. Like, look at humans. When we're by ourselves, we're pathetic sacks of meat, right?
Well, I don't
but when
know about that.
I'd say so.
A human.
In the wild?
In the wild, well, we could be alone, but we could, also have a shotgun.
No. I'm talking about let's think about evolution, that right?
Hey, evolutionary humans like that.
Like we needed to work together, and that's why this fairness thing is so ingrained in us. These little monkeys, these guys need to work together. That's why they have that fairness thing in them.
Yeah, you see like the big groups of them working together. Like, have you seen like I think it's in India, like where the monkeys are at war with the dogs in a city. Like in this city, like there's a large group of monkeys and a large group of like stray dogs, and they're both like very organized into like different groups, and they don't like each other, so they fight a lot. And I think that's really interesting because you see the society working. I don't know how the hierarchy of the society is. I don't know if they have like one leader or like a group of leaders or everyone gets a say or something. I don't know how advanced these monkeys are. But all I know is like this is a thing that's happening.
You know chimpanzees do warfare?
They do?
Yeah. There's been reported cases of chimpanzees like going to war with other troops of chimpanzees and like doing like attack formations and stuff. This is scary stuff, you know?
I don't know. We got a couple hundred years on them.
I mean, like, let's be real.
At least.
Right? If chimps do try anything against us, right?
It doesn't take too much.
Gone.
Yeah. If we don't have the guns, though, it's a more fair fight.
Yeah. But no, if we don't have the guns, we're getting torn up to shreds. Just straight up.
Right.
Chimpanzees are magnets stronger than us. But we got this thing.
We got the brain, yeah.
We got our brain. Well, it's most of us do. I struggle in that department.
Yeah, your whole culling plan is really worrying.
Well, this is for the greater good.
Your greater good?
No, the greater good.
Okay, well, you know what? Next topic conversation.
And we'll put all like the people.
No, stop. No more talking from you. What do you think? What is your opinion on the trolley car level? How do you think that impacts the golden rule? How does that like correlate?
All right. I mean, this is tough. You know. Okay. Here's my problem though. Me personally, I don't really care too much about the morality of it. Like, this is a bit wild. I don't care about the morality of it.
Okay.
For me, it's just whatever works in my favor the best, you know?
And you're saying you're not a sociopath.
No.
We've had this conversation 6 times.
I'm not.
Okay, so I'd like to point out that most of your friends think you are.
No, that's not true.
That's true.
No, that's not true.
The ones who know you the best, your brother said you were.
My brother said that's a joke.
Will said you were.
Square is very stupid.
Okay, back on topic.
All right.
We want to pass this. We want to get A.
Okay, wait. What we're saying. Okay. Trolley car, right? Like, pulling a lever doesn't feel that personal. You know, it's a cold metal lever. Yeah, and it's really easy to do. Just go. Whoop.
I feel like most people would go with like the statistical, like, just like off rip. They'd be like, I'm gonna help the more people, right?
Yeah. And it saves 5 people and it only kills 1. So I'll feel good about myself. Like, hey, yo, I just did 4 lives. Look at me, you know? Like, I feel good about myself for doing that, right?
Yes.
And
that one poor guy, you're like, for the greater good.
Tough luck, man.
For the greater good.
Yeah, exactly. For the greater good. See, now you're getting it. Anyways, right? Let's continue.
I don't know this kid.
Now, the large person, right? The large person that you push off the bridge.
Mm-hmm. That feels more personal.
It doesn't feel that personal to me. I don't know this person. I don't know this person.
Yeah, but like
this person probably has a worse quality of life than most. Obesity. Obesity can cut off like 20 years of a person's life.
Okay.
That's disregarding the heart problems.
All right. So let's say you get insanely obese because you eat 5 meals a day, which you do, and your metabolism probably isn't going to last, and you become insanely obese, and then one day when we've forgotten about each other, you're looking over the ledge and you're like waving to the people because the train car is coming, and then I push you. How would you feel when I pushed you off the ledge in order to save the people in the chat?
I shouldn't have eaten that Big Mac.
Okay, you're a heartless monster. Now what about the third dilemma?
That where like you pull the guy in.
You know, like the guy is like the hospital.
Yeah. Okay, so the hospital one, right?
That I
Also,
don't-
also pushing a big person, it might take a bit of effort because they're so large.
They're so
But
wide.
like, it's not gonna take that much. Like, because they're already off balance. You know, like they go right. So they're already off balance. So you just go bop, and then done. You know, easy, mad easy. Doesn't take much effort. Now going through the process of just like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Back to your generational plan. Would you also be killing all the obese people? It's like along with all the
it depends on how smart they are.
racists and all the
It depends on
sexists.
it depends on how smart they are
You know, never mind. Let's go back to where we were.
and how much value they bring. Anyways, all right. Oh yeah. Now this hospital dude, right?
I feel like you shouldn't kill the guy.
I'm not on board with killing this guy. I'm be real with you.
It's the doctor's fault. Honestly, like it's 100% the doctor's fault. If anything, they should be taking the organs out of the doctors.
No,
Even-
but like,
they don't organs may not work, but like anyway,
listen to me, right?
right?
This guy's twin brother, right?
Right. Has nothing to do with him.
No, it's just it feels like a lot of effort, you know?
Is it the effort that's in your way? Is that what's stopping you from killing this guy?
Yeah.
I feel like
It feels like a lot of effort, and these people are like sick, so they're probably like they might not even live, you know.
if
after
you
the
want to
operation.
talk, if you want to talk statistically,
So it's not
if
even
you want to
like-
talk about like effort and statistics and like how useful it'll be, right, to kill this one guy to save these other lives, right? This is a bunch of doctors who will be like murdering this guy and removing his organs.
Yeah.
Which is murder, which means all these doctors have broken their code. Therefore,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
I don't know, like 5 doctors will no longer be allowed to practice, which means, well,
More people
it's a
will
waste
die.
of doctors,
Yeah.
basically. Also, I mean, too bad for the people who lost their organs. That's tough. I'm sorry, but you also shouldn't be killing this random
Yeah,
guy
this
who had
poor guy.
nothing to do with it. And I mean, he might be like, you know, trying to cure cancer or something.
He might, yeah, he probably had to cure the cancer.
Yeah.
Now that guy on this train track, he might have to cure the cancer too, but like, he didn't tell me that. If he yelled, "Yo, I know how to solve cancer,"
Don't push me.
you know?
I would pull him back up. Is that what you're saying? You'd pull him back up?
Yeah, you know. Well, no,
just-
the fat guy, right? If he's like, if before I pushed him, he's like, wait, I know what you're gonna do. I know it's Charlie Card dilemma. I know how to cure the cancer. I would be like, all right, you know what? I'll let you live. You know, if the guy on the train tracks, he was like, yo, I got the cure, man. Trust me, all right. Let them guys die. I'll save millions. I'm all right. You know what? I'll trust you for now, right? Then you know I'll let those people die because it's for the greater good.
I think.
See, you're trying to have socially acceptable answers.
No,
I'm just speaking
because
my mind.
I believe that, like. I don't know. I believe.
What do you believe?
I feel like we should minimize the casualties.
I believe in-
as much as possible.
Sorry. I just thought of like I believe in God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit.
All right, let's get back on topic. Golden rule. What else can we talk about in the golden rule? I don't know. I understand that all these like groups like say this is like are defining like, oh, we can find the golden rule in all these groups
Yeah.
in society, but like, did those groups really follow the golden rule?
They didn't.
I mean,
They
like,
didn't.
they can say, oh, this is what we stuck to. This is why we're great. But like, if your people don't follow it, I mean,
There's not a single society in the world that follows the golden rule.
some of them like outright don't even listen to it. I mean, like,
Don't.
I mean, there's lots of groups we can talk about who are just horrible, like inherently bad.
I don't want to hear you talk about colonizing Canada.
No. We're not talking about Canada. Canada's great.
No,
I'm talking about like
colonizing.
No, they're like-
colonizing cannibals.
no, they're like some groups that like inherently are just like, you know, the Nazis. The Nazis are just like inherently bad. I mean, their entire structure is based on, you know, racism.
Yeah.
That's how their entire perfect society would function.
See, mine's against that. Mine would kill every Nazi.
Right.
The second I detect a speck, you know, because no one's, everyone is some sort of racist, you know. Like everyone's a bit racist. I'm a bit racist, right? But like,
Did you just call yourself racist?
Yes, everyone is. Everyone is. You're a bit racist, right? But you gotta listen. No, you're racist too.
Oh my god. I wouldn't say that.
No,
anyway,
okay.
Carry on with what you're
not
trying
perfect.
to say.
You're not perfect.
No one's perfect. This is what we're trying
That's
to
why
say.
you're a bit racist.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Right? Shit, man. You got me off topic. Okay, back to what I was saying, right? I know everyone's got a bit of racism in them, right? But unless you're like actively acting on that racism, you'll survive in my perfect world.
Well, yeah. I mean, like in your perfect world, you'd have to create like an enemy.
It'll be the racists. I'll send them all to one little planet. You know. Okay. These lot. You don't want any of these guys. No.
Yeah, but like there needs to be like
Imagine there being protesters being like, I stand with the racists.
Yeah, okay, well, you know.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Well, I don't know. I feel like you have to create like an enemy that people like actually like fear in order for your society to work, right?
Racism.
Yeah, but like you have like 10 racists on the moon. Like they're not gonna be doing anything.
Racists are everywhere. There'll be a lot more than 10.
All right. Well, I mean, in your perfect world, you'd be like preventing it from happening.
Yeah, I will prevent. Yeah,
You're like cutting out the racism gene.
Yeah.
So,
sorry. I will be the only one with the racism gene.
but like this will be in several generations, so you'll be old and decrepit.
Yeah. No. Like ideally, right? The plan would have started by me, and then someone else would have finished it. You know.
Me.
Like I would be the one to start it,
Right.
and then someone else to finish it, because I'd be dead. Because it'd take a while.
All right. What about all the people who help you with this plan?
What
Would
about
you have to take them out because they're inherently racist?
Yeah, they would take themselves out if they really believed in the plan.
Okay. I realize we've gotten incredibly off topic, Mr. Whiteshop, but like, I feel like this is we're testing ideas. That's what we're supposed to do in an essay, and we're testing ideas.
I've just started reading a book by Albert Camus called The Myth of Sisyphus. Right? I just started. I'm only like 8 pages in so far. And it's like, it's about like suicide and like if it's like morally worth it, you know? Like the morality behind it and how it's flawed.
Okay.
And it's like, it's pretty interesting so far, you know? Like it explores like the topic of, wait, we need to talk about the golden rule.
We do need to talk about the golden rule. I feel
I'm sorry.
like it can be applied here, though. Like,
It can. Do you want? So would you want? Would
you want to feel the pain of like
Yeah,
losing
like-
someone?
I understand when someone does, you know, off themselves.
Yes.
They do believe that no one's there for them. No one's gonna care for them. But when you really think about it, every little person that you talk to in your life probably cares about you
Even a
in
little
some
bit.
capacity.
Right.
Even that person that you hate, you know,
Has like an attachment to you.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's like a good attachment to you, but like they have an emotion.
but they're still just like,
connection.
oh damn, that guy died. I'm gonna miss yelling at him, you know?
Yeah.
He was so funny.
And I feel like, you know, the impact is very far reaching because when those people are sad and the people they know are
Exactly.
sad, it's
It's
like
What
There's no positive- there's like-
what suicide does isn't getting rid of your sadness. It disperses it to others.
yeah, that's true. And like
Oh, look at me. Sorry.
yeah. All right, so want to talk about Immanuel Kant? I don't know. I don't really like Kant.
I don't like Kant either.
I feel like he's just like trying to sound important,
Yeah, he's just very up his own ass.
right? Like, I mean,
Pardon
he has
my
like
language.
these parties, and like he has all like whoever he wants can come to these parties, and they're like super exclusive. And he's like, "Oh, I'm the coolest person at these parties because I came up with one idea that was like incredibly skeptical and controversial."
And it's not even an idea that I came up with. It's an idea that I just happened to be the first person to write down.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. I feel like, and like, it's not. I feel like that's the way with like a lot of philosophers.
Yeah.
But I feel like some philosophers, like the really early guys, like, you know, you got like Plato and Aristotle and Socrates. They're all like doing their own thing. They're like figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
Because like that's like the first time where you had like time to sit around and just think about stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we still got time to like think about.
Yeah, but like
stuff, just like
then they had. This is when they first started having the time to think about stuff.
yeah, when they like first like civilization started like chilling, like yo, why don't we like use this thing up here?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Wait. And we pause this viewing to be for our sponsors at Chancla. Chancla, the best way to discipline your children.
Help me.
Your child. Your child's not listening to you. Your child's misbehaving. They're playing too much PSX. Ugh, you know, they're on their computer too much. They're playing the Fortcraft. You need Chancla. What can Chancla do? You can throw it. You can smack them with it.
Stop. No.
Whatever you want. As long as it brings pain to the child, the Chancla wins.
First things first, I would like to talk about that advertisement. Not okay with that. Didn't know he was doing that. He just did it.
Yeah, guys, that advertising was really out of pocket. We apologize for the advertisers there. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay, so Matthias.
Let's talk about the way people justify their actions that are conceived as immoral. Like, let's think of examples of ourselves. Nick, for example, right? Have you ever justified something by saying, what's it called?
It's like, okay,
by
everyone
saying,
else is doing
by
it.
saying everyone else is doing it. Like,
Yeah.
give me an example if you do that.
Well, I can imagine some people though would use that excuse at group gatherings when they are all drinking a certain substance.
Okay.
And they feel pressured to do it, and then when they do it, they're like, everyone else is doing it, so it's okay.
This is your personal example.
No, this is not a personal example. This is just an example I came up with that never happened to me ever. Ever.
All right. I'll try to think of my own example.
Your own personal example, or just an example you can just think of off the top of your head?
We'll see.
Okay.
Oh, that's tough, you know.
It is tough.
Yeah, because we have to talk about ourselves being.
No, this did not have anything to do with me. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. I would never do that.
Okay, one time in elementary school, right? I saw everyone wetting paper towels and throwing it at the wall and the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was wrong. Inside, I was like, yo, that's kind of messed up. People are going to have to clean that up, you know? But I was like, everyone else is doing it, so I'm not going to get in trouble, right? So I was like, they're all doing it. It's my friends, too. I might as well, right? Like, there's so many of us. There's no way I'm going to get caught, you know?
But you got caught.
No, I never get caught. Someone else got caught, though. I didn't get caught. So I chucked the paper towel. I grabbed it. Got a bit wet, you know? Chucked it at the wall. Just a bit of that, right? And then, like, it was weird, right? Because after, I was just like, damn, that was really fun. But it felt so wrong. This is also applied, again, as you were saying, in group settings, when many people...
I was not there. I did not do that.
Sorry.
Nope, I'm a good person.
Good person, right?
I don't break any laws.
Doesn't drink certain substances.
I don't drink any substances, except for water.
Just water.
And Prime Hydration, our other sponsor.
Stay hydrated.
Prime Hydration.
Nice. All right, let's continue.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like people also are like, not just like, oh, other people are doing it, so it's okay for me to do it. It's like, I probably won't get caught.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, like the chances of me getting caught rather than all these other people is like really low.
Yeah, just like a term for that in psychology that I've completely forgotten.
It's a groupthink.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. No, groupthink's something else, I think. But there's also like I think it's also like a fear of like missing out type thing.
Yeah, right.
Like everyone else is doing it, I want to do it too with them, right? Mm-hmm. It's crazy how much like others influence each other.
Yeah.
You get to be really conscious of what you do in order to set a good example for other people around you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever justified something with the ends justified means, like something you've done?
Well, no, obviously not. But I can think of some ways that people would, like, say they're
An oddly specific answer, right?
no, it's not oddly specific. Like
Just give something
people,
specific.
people say like junior year when school is very stressful, like need to get a good grade on like a difficult exam or like a homework. They might get like some homework answers from their friends, and that would be justifying the end.
And you've never done that, right?
Never, ever. No,
Never.
I do all my own work.
Okay.
But they get their answers from their friends.
Wow. Yeah.
I never did that. He did that though. He did it. All him.
No, I didn't do that until I graduated.
You haven't graduated though.
Exactly. So once I graduated, I did that. But I haven't graduated yet, so I haven't done that.
Never did that. Never do that. It's wrong.
Yep.
It's wrong. It's very
But
wrong.
who does it hurt?
It hurts.
It hurts you. It hurts you.
It hurts you.
'Cause you're not learning.
Your mind is not advancing.
Exactly. So you're really hurting yourself when you do that. All right.
Do you have a story, Matthias, you want to tell us about that you have probably done? Because I never did anything wrong.
So this is something I've not done, but it's hypothetical. So let's say hypothetically, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're an older sibling, and your younger sibling is being quite annoying.
Yes.
All right.
And you want him to stop making noise, so you beat him.
No, you don't. You don't beat him.
I was a younger sibling, and this has happened to me many times. I've been beaten by my older sibling. Now we can get a witness in here to Matthias's actions if we
No,
really
I
want
have
to.
not
So Matthias
done
shouldn't
anything.
lie.
I'm just saying hypothetical. I'm not claiming that I have or haven't done any of this. It's just a hypothetical. So hypothetically, right? hypothetically, right?
Yes.
Let's say your sibling's being quite annoying to you, and you're like, "Yo, shut up, man! I could spit in your mouth easily." Right?
Oh my god.
I have not
You've not
claimed
You
to
spit
do this.
in your brother's mouth.
have not claimed to
Can
do
we
this.
get your brother in here?
I have not claimed to do this, right?
We can get his brother in here.
So you two start fighting because he's like, you can't do that, right? So you two start fighting.
This
then
is horrible. Why would you do this? Why would you do this to someone? He's trying to defend himself.
No, because he started bothering me. I mean, he started bothering his older sibling first, right? Right?
We're saying he's not a sociopath here. He's
So,
totally normal.
he
This
started
is normal human behavior.
He started bothering his older sibling first. His older sibling was just like, I need to just get a lesson. And the way he justified it to himself, right, was in the end, the kid will respect me more because he knows I have the power to do this. And that's like an example of the ends justifying the means type, like justification in that. So that's another example of people using the ends.
Yeah, we know. Okay, so let's talk about something else that isn't involving Matthias's psychopathic
That's not
behavior.
me.
You did it. You told me you've done this before. Okay, you know
No,
what?
I didn't. You have
Alright.
no evidence.
What should we talk about next, Matthias? What other crimes against humanity have you committed?
I have not done any crimes since these are allegations, unsupported allegations, with no evidence, no witnesses.
I can get a witness in here. Want to talk about a witness?
The witness.
Yeah, I'll get a witness.
The
here.
witness.
Oh.
The witness.
Is not home.
No, the
But
witness
if the
does not
witness comes
exist.
home, it'll be very fun.
There is no witness.
There's a witness.
There's no witness.
He is very much alive and well.
It did not happen. He is not alive, nor is he well.
I mean, he may not be well, but he's alive.
He's not. He's not alive.
Okay, so
It doesn't exist.
all right, next topic conversation. We've been on this for too long.
I guess you can choose. I did the last one.
Okay.
See, that's an example of fairness. See, I thought to myself, like, yo, I just did the last one, right? So let's get Nick to do this next one as a way to equalize the field. So not one person's doing all the thinking and not all the heavy lifting. On to you.
How many people do you think, like, take into account like the golden rule in their life? Like I gotta follow this rule. How many people and like how many societies at least try? Like,
I don't think anyone is out there actively thinking about the golden rule while they're like doing their day to day. I think it's just something that's underlying, that's like slightly affecting our decisions whenever we make any choice.
Oh.
I don't think anyone's out there actively being like, yo, I've gotta be like this or else I'm gonna be immoral. It's wrong for me to do otherwise, Feel me?
Yes, I'm sure there are people like that. Like, what about like the monks of the temples and like
The monks.
the Buddhist monks?
But them men aren't people anymore. They're elevated to a different level.
Yeah.
They're different, man.
Okay. What about like, I don't know, like missionaries?
What do you mean? Like,
Like,
no,
they're, like, out trying to like spread their religion. They're trying to like help in general.
Imagine these missionaries, right? I
Okay,
guarantee
well, I
you.
probably used the wrong
no.
example.
I guarantee you, they do not imagine, right? Being at home, trying to relax. You're retired. You're an old man, and having some guy knock at your door, like being like, "Hello, do you wanna give your life to the Lord Jesus?" Right?
That
Like
seems
that is
culturally
just
insensitive.
so frustrating.
That seems very culturally insensitive.
The poor old person has to walk to their door in pain. They're struggling just to answer it. Maybe it's my grandson finally coming over to visit. It's just some guy with his little Book of Mormon thing over here. Like,
I mean, I wasn't talking
do you
about.
want to give your life to God?
I wasn't talking specifically about the Mormons, but we can have a conversation about the Mormons if you want to talk about.
Okay, wait, real quick. I need to grab something.
Oh wait, you missed.
All right, sorry. I was gonna look for a Book of the Mormon.
You couldn't
that
find
I
it.
thought I had, but I couldn't find it. Quite frustrated about it. I like, Mormons just have a funny book. It's a funny book. I'm insulting religion right now. Nah, it's fine. It's Mormon. It's Mormonism.
No, we don't insult religions.
You don't insult.
It's wrong.
You don't insult religions. I
Now,
do.
we are slowly running out of time, so we should wrap this up.
Yes.
Why are you holding that?
Let's bring us back to where it started.
Okay.
Golden rule means do unto others as you would want to do to yourself. What we've learned from that is that rule is complete bollocks.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I feel like it's like an underlying thing that old people have. But
It's
like,
underlying, but it's not
rarely
something.
seen. I
It's
mean,
not
like-
something to base your life around.
And like,
Why? Because it isn't applicable to real society and the real world.
don't be like Immanuel Kant, guys. Don't let the axe murderer into your
Exactly.
house.
Don't let the expert into your house. Be like a human being. Don't just be like, oh, well, I have to like follow my own moral code. Why am I doing an accent? I have to follow my own moral code. I have to follow my own moral code. So I'm just gonna let my family die just so I'm not wrong.
Right? Like Immanuel Kant, man. He's gonna kill his entire family.
Yeah. Like imagine being one of Immanuel Kant's family members.
Like his kids, that's why he doesn't talk to them anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching. This has been 1.5 Latinos. Oh, dude. This is Nick. I'm Matthias. It's been great. See ya.